so today you will be reimagining your type as 3D image. So we can see that clearly here. Today you will reimagine one of your letter forms from your chosen typeface as a 3D image, and you'll present that on a poster. What do I mean by 3D image? So the 3D image can be your letter form as an object, your letter form as an animal, your letter form as a vehicle, your letter form as a building, or your letter form as a natural landmark. So now I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. If you do come back to these instructions on slide 4, you will find a range of examples of what this means. Today I'm going to use Illustrator. The same will apply to any digital program you're using, and Gravit also, and Vector as well. So first of all, you need your digital letters to choose the one that you are going to work with. Today I'm going to work with the letter G. So I'm going to copy this, Command C, and simply paste it over. If you're using any other programs, you might have to have it open in the same file and work from there. So to make it 3D, the first thing we want to do, for all programs, if you hover over this corner here, you'll see my cursor changes, and I can curl it around. So I want to give it just a little bit. It's probably about 20 degrees up from here, but that way it still gives me a chance to get the angles and make it 3D. So now we're starting with this object here, okay? So all I want to do is simply Command C and paste, Command V, and here we have our bottom shape that we're going to work with. So all I actually want is this bottom line along here to be able to draw up from to make my object 3D. So what I need to do is change to my direct selection tool. So I can do this by pressing A, or if you're on Gravit, you can do this by pressing D. And then what I want to do, to the anchor points I don't need, I want to go around clicking on those anchor points and deleting them one by one. So just quickly go through and do this. Getting rid of those. So now all we have is this bottom shape here. But what I want to do is simply add another anchor point to make this nice and straight here. And then all I need to do is connect up to where the letter meets. And for this point here, if you're an Illustrator, you can simply use this rounding tool, or you'll have to stretch your anchor points a little bit if you're in Gravit. So what I want to do, I want to make this a slightly darker tone. So we're going to choose a slightly darker color. And then as we can see there, we've got this front panel here that we're working with. So now we've got a 3D image. To be able to get, I just want to make this, bring this to the front so I can work with it. And I want to make this a shape so it doesn't carry over the white sections. So we have this shape here. If I move it to the back, you can do that in both Gravit and all the programs that you have. You can choose where your pictures go. And then what I want to do, if you double click on this letter form here, I can also change, that's incorrect. So what I want to do is copy this circle here, and Command Shift V will paste it in the same place, or in Gravit, just Command V will paste it in the same place. And I want to make that the darker color as well, because that is the inside of those counters. Okay, so now here we have our 3D letter to work with. So I'm going to reimagine this one as a boat today. First of all, I'm going to put in some water. So I'm just going to have a little textured section here to show exactly what's going on. So if I make this shape, and let's go and choose a light blue for that one. And then in the background, I'm going to fill the rest with the same blue, but I'm going to move it to back. So now we can see it looks like my letter is sitting in the water there. And then I'm simply going to give this guy a nice light blue. There we go. So now we've got my letter floating in the water there. It is 3D. And then I'm going to add a little sail to the top. Okay. So there's two things you can do here. You can have a go at simply drawing this sail. So I'm going to have a post first. Using your pen tool to draw your vector objects. And then simply thinking about my flag. And let's go with a red. Alright. So we've got that. I'm going to copy and paste the same one. That way we've got two sails. And I might even put a mast on there on the front to give it that idea of a boat. And then maybe even a rudder on the back. So now you can see I've created a 3D image just using my letter form and reimagined what it looks like. So also what I need to do is have the word of my typeface on here, just to reiterate that that's what this poster is advertising. So there we go, we have a 3D image. If you're having trouble drawing your vector images, very simple. All you need to go to Google. For example, I might type in boat sail. And if I want to copy the shape of one of these sails, let's say this one here, I can simply copy that image, or you'll save it onto your desktop and then insert image. So then what I can do is simply, with my pen tool, trace over this sail. There we go, got my sail. Delete the image, and then if I wanted to, let's say I'm going to replace these two sails, resize this, color them red again, and there you have it. So I have my boat structure, and that is my letter form as image. Okay, and then you will simply copy that image and post it onto a new page, or on the refinement page of your folio, which we will see if I've taken a photo of that. We go to our folio. So mine is the exemplar here. And you'll see you'll have a refinement page. These are some examples I've already done. So you can see with this C here, I've created a building. I've put a little person there and a little doorway with some light coming out. But I'm going to get rid of this one for the moment. I'm going to put this one on here. So that's where your image needs to go. So hopefully you should have a chance to finish at least one of these today. We might have a go at doing 2 of these, and then there will be a second brief for you to finish.